Joining us from Maharashtra to get us more. Yogesh, good morning. When we talk of the poll fever, then the country is preparing for the third phase of polls, which will be held on May 7th. But at present, we see political parties crisscrossing the nation and also leaving no stone unturned. The political leaders, in fact, crisscrossing the nation and leaving no stone unturned to woo the voters. Can we get more from you as to how is the poll contest shaped up in the third phase of the polling? What is it that we look forward to marking the third phase of polling special?
When it comes to third phase in Maharashtra, the entire region, let me tell you, the 11 parliamentary seats are there, and out of which 8 seats are from Western Maharashtra, 2 from Konkan and 2 from Marathwada. So currently 11 seats are there to be contested. Recently we are seen in the phase 2, there are 3 seats in Marathwada, but now there are 2 seats in Marathwada. Why I am repeating this Marathwada term? Because Marathwada is going to play a very crucial role in this election when it comes to the both faction of Shiv Sena and both faction of NCP as well, going through larger concept and Indi alliance as well as the Mahayuti Gathbandhan in Maharashtra. Now in these seats coming to the, as far as major candidates and the hot seats are concerned, Baramati is going to be the hottest seats in terms of candidates, and also recently we have seen a lot of political activities there in Baramati. For example, the Lok Sabha Pravas Yatra, which were carried out by the top leaders in BJP, Nirmala Sitharaman, the then finance minister, currently the senior BJP leader, she campaigned there, and she a door-to-door campaign was launched to make the communication and interaction very smooth and to convince the people, because Baramati has been the passion for NCP for a very long time, I think for multiple decades. And now, since it's a family battle, it's going to be expanded, and Sunitra Pawar is the wife of Ajit Pawar, and Supriya Sule, the daughter of Sharad Pawar, both are contesting. So the fight is going to be, very fierce at this point in time. So Baramati is going to be a seat everyone would be looking at. Apart from Baramati, there are other seats also in Konkan region. Ratnagiri Sindhudurg seats very important because Rane is there, and Rane has been very vocal and very aggressive against Uddhav Thackeray. And since Uddhav Thackeray party has been split in the Shiv Sena, Uddhav Balasaheb Thackeray and Shiv Sena, so there are many seats in this phase where Shiv Sena, both the faction of Shiv Sena is directly in face of condition, and that will make the entire election more interesting. Apart from that, coming to the candidates, there are 258 candidates in the fray. The procedures are already on, and campaigning is going to be started and is expected to be intensified in the time to come. It's already a scorching heat in this region. The Prime Minister is going to address a rally in Osmanabad, which is now known as Dharashiv, as recently we know that the name of some places have been changed by the government. So apart from that, even Pune, Satara, all the constituencies, the major rallies have been lined up, and we can expect in the time to come that the rallies and the political heat would be more going up at this point in time in the entire region. Over to you.
Yes, political heat will be rising in the entire region, and Marathwada will be playing an important role in this phase. Thank you so much, Yogesh, for joining in. And from here, I will bring in Meghna Dev, who is joining us from Gujarat. Meghna, good morning. Talking of the third phase of polling, which will be held on May 7th, let us get more from you. How crucial is this phase in Gujarat? What are the key contests that we look forward to? How is this phase basically poised?
So when we actually see Gujarat definitely is known for a clean sweep for the BJP. It has obviously been BJP's home ground ever since Prime Minister Narendra Modi became the Chief Minister of Gujarat. We definitely see that now, while there were 26 Lok Sabha seats here in Gujarat, now there are about, the contest is only for 25 seats, because the candidate from Surat, the BJP candidate from Surat was elected unopposed. So what we definitely see here is today Home Minister and BJP senior leader Amit Shah will be campaigning in Porbandar, in Bharuch, he will be in Vadodara as well as Panchmahal. So in a sense, he is covering different areas of Gujarat, be it the Saurashtra region when we talk about Porbandar, be it the central Gujarat region when we talk about Vadodara, or be it, the tribal belt, for example, in Panchmahal, and obviously Bharuch, which is one of the areas in South Gujarat. So definitely campaigning is going to pick up from now onwards. We also hear that Priyanka Gandhi Vadra will be campaigning in Gujarat, in South Gujarat specifically. In just a couple of days, the campaign is going to start. But we definitely see that the contest on some seats, for example, if we see the seat of Banaskantha, the contest is going to be extremely important because the Congress candidate Geniben Thakur is also a very prominent candidate from there. When we actually see the constituency of Rajkot, while we see that there is a little bit of a controversy going on for the Rajput community, Purushottam Rupala, BJP senior leader, and from the Congress side it is Paresh Dhanani who is contesting on the Rajkot seat. So that will be a very important contest to watch out for. We definitely know that Gandhinagar, from where BJP senior leader Amit Shah is contesting, has obviously been a very safe place for BJP to contest. It has been it has been a win-win situation for BJP on this seat for the past 4 decades, and the Congress has not been able to make inroads here. So basically in Gujarat, Preeti, if you see overall, there is not a multi-party contest or a multi-party system. It's always been Congress versus the BJP, and this time around Aam Aadmi Party is in coalition with Congress to fight here in Gujarat and is contesting on 2 seats. So what we definitely see here is that the contest in a few places is quite interesting, but besides that, what we definitely see is that BJP is leaving no stone unturned, while the Congress is also trying to go and strengthen the places, for example like in North Gujarat or in Saurashtra, where they actually have some good votes or a good percentage of votes that come to the Congress. So they are trying to strengthen what they already have, and besides that, while the BJP is obviously taking it as, because it's obviously been a safe ground for the BJP since the past, if we can say, 2 decades or almost.
All right, so it will be a closely contested battle between the 2 main parties in Gujarat. So we'll have to see how the contest pans out. Thank you so much.